members. Well, the Trump administration is taking yet another major step in its efforts to restrict the flow of migrants coming to the United States, announcing a major crackdown on asylum seekers. Our Washington, D.C. Bureau reporter Samantha-Jo is joining us now with a closer look at this new policy. Samantha-Jo, tell us more.
Well, Tammy, this new policy would mean that Central American migrants would first need to seek asylum in Mexico before even crossing the border into the U.S., and it's something that immigration attorneys say may not even be a viable option.
If this regulation is allowed to exist the way it was written, basically it would say the United States is now closed.
It's a major escalation of the president's battle to reduce the number of people crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. A new policy states if an asylum seeker passes through another country on the way to the United States, they must first seek asylum there.
This is a first-time concern of the United States with regard to what is the pathway by which you travel to come and make a refugee claim.
Immigration attorney Leon Fresco says the policy is flawed since many countries like Mexico aren't capable of accommodating hundreds of thousands of asylum seekers.
The reason people go through Mexico is because that system is not there. There's not a system for accepting refugees, for processing claims, for allowing people to live there.
The rule allows a few exceptions, but they're limited.
If you've been trafficked or if you can prove that you have a fear of those countries that which you've traveled through. But the problem is for the countries that which you've traveled through, it's not an issue of whether you fear them. It's an issue of whether that country has an asylum system.
The administration says they're taking action because the immigration system has been swamped by asylum seekers. But Fresco says they should consider a different approach.
That's a reason to have very strong, expedited, and robust screening procedures so that the people who are making claims can be vetted and determine whether they will be able to be actual legitimate refugees or not.
Now, this rule is expected to face a lot of legal challenges, and Congress may decide to get involved. They could largely unravel this effort by deciding not to fund it in their upcoming budget negotiations. We're live on Capitol Hill this evening. Samantha-Jo, Spectrum News 13.